Back at it again. Jak and Daxter. I'm a crazy legacy, dude. Zoinks. That was kind of cringe. Let's do a better one. Oh, let's get started. Off. Dude, my voice gets congested. Kill me. This is where we last left off. Let's say that little thing was supposed to annoy the hell out of me if I did not know where it was. Okay, it's been a couple of days. I'm a little rusty. Oh, I can't do it. That's kind of sad. Well, so where we left off, we did the little canyon drive-by. So now we're going to activate the portal in here so we can get everyone in here.
Oh, look, I always wonder if I'm losing body parts in those things. Holy yakkow! The Red Sage's lab looks worse than the Blues.
Well, it definitely looks as though there's been a struggle here.
I'd hardly call it struggle. Would you, dear sister?
Certainly not. The Red Sage gave up with so little effort. No fun at all.
Gall? Is that you? You've finally gone off the deep end, eh? And Maya, I told you the Dark Eco would affect you both. Nobody ever listens to old Samos. What have you two done with the Blue and Red Sages?
Don't worry about your colorful friends, you old fool. They're perfectly safe in our citadel. Our special guests.
They have graciously agreed to help us on a little project.
You were wrong, Samos. Dark Eco can be controlled. We've learned its secrets, and now we can reshape the world to our liking.
You can't control Dark Eco by itself. Even the precursors.
Until now, we've had to scrape by with what little Dark Eco we could find near the surface. But soon, we will have access to the vast stores of Dark Eco hidden deep underground.
Not the silos.
Yes, the silos. They will be opened, and all the Dark Eco of the world will be ours.
But that's impossible. Only a precursor robot.
Oh, don't look so upset, Samos. We've got big plans for you.
Wait a minute! That was Gall? The same Gall who's supposed to change me back? Gall is the guy trying to kill us? I'm doomed.
We may all be doomed. If they open the silos, the Dark Eco will twist and destroy everything it touches. We simply must get to their citadel to stop them.
The fastest way there is through the lava tube at the bottom of this crater. A few more power cells and your Zoomer's heat shield should get you across the lava safely.
All right, my boy.
Like, not
You
even a
know what
number.
to do.
Just a few
Take
more.
the flea bag and go round up more power cells.
Okay, looks like we're on another errand run, everyone. Get her done. Ignore the echo. Ignore the echo. I just need to get set up. With the comment section of the live stream. At least I'm gonna leave myself out because I'm not honored. No, I do not have the corona. I am simply just dying from AIDS.
Dark Eco's powers cannot be controlled.
Oh my.
Welcome, welcome, viewer. Hope your day is doing great. Hopefully, your day is going well so far. And for the record, just so that if you're hating this, technically this little side project of a game, even though I personally love it, The first one will be finished. I think this is like the one. This is the second to last area, I believe. And that's what you really missed in the beginning of the live stream. But that's all you really missed. And I'm dumb.
Seek the pure light, for within its flame the answers reside. You can gain my power cells by bringing 120 precursor orbs for each.
And now, this is something I wanted to say in a live stream, and you, my curious little viewer, if you want to comment on my idea on this, or I hope that you're a viewer, not just like a... I think with like the YouTube's kind of whole setup, I'm hoping that you, my little viewer, are just a actual viewer and not just a bot from my phone I'm using to watch comments, because it said 0 when I joined in the first time.
Hey guys, by my calculations, it's going to take 72 power cells to fuel the heat shield against the lava on the way to Gaul and Maya's citadel.
Holy crap! I am really close for that then. No! What's going on? And I'm dead. First death of the game. Death count 1. Funny joke. But one little thing I've wanted to say on live stream for a while, especially about the whole Jak and Daxter game series, even though now it's almost 20 years old. As I think I mentioned when I first started the gameplay on this. And with it being this old, and I know that they'll never gonna create another game in the series, which is kind of sad to think about. But if they ever were, I've got probably the greatest idea that relates to the story in a way, so that there is a continuation of the story, possibly for 2 more games if they so choose. And my idea has been this, and I'll discuss it more when we get into the second game and the third game, because the third game does it heavily. It kind of directs my idea, and it makes the idea mean a lot more. But in this game, in the second game, they use a lot of certain attributes with a certain power in the game, and in this game they talk about the masters of like Blue Eco and all that. But my idea is, what if, by any means, would Jak? Well, I don't know about Daxter, but would Jak ever become a master of an eco? But yeah. But that's like, and again, I'll probably discuss it more, and just because if you haven't seen if you've never played this game, or if you've never seen it before, and you're watching it through my live streams, it's a big honor, if anything. But also, I won't try to spoil too much, because the second game, is not really where I'll try to hit this home. I'll try to remember when I play the third game. But under no means necessary, I probably won't play the, what is it? It's the 4th game, or Jak X or whatever, which I don't even count as a Jak and Daxter game, because I think it's basically just a racing game from the series. It's kind of like, if you've ever seen JonTron's, the YouTuber JonTron, really good YouTuber. JonTron did a video on like Starcade, a Starcade series, which is a Star Wars series, and in one of them he did, I think it's Bombad Racing, which essentially is the kind of similar idea to Jak X, which is the entire story, if really there is no story, it's essentially just, they're racing. It's just the characters racing, like every favorite character from the story, except some of them I think under like rights, like some of them are dead and all that. Or it's been a while. I really haven't seen too much into it because I've never really beaten it or played it. So if I do play it on this channel, it'll be a treat for you and me. But it will never compare to Jak and Daxter 1, 2, and 3 by far. But I think though, if any game deserves a remake at this point, it would have to be this game, or this game series essentially. Or give it more of a reboot. Like, I really don't care. Because COD of War, with it being an old game, not as old as this, I think. Or maybe, I really don't, I have to look at dates. But
Step 1, stay alive. Step 2,
doing something like that again!
Sorry. But I'm sorry, I'm not really paying attention as I'm doing this, but yeah. So, like God of War, with it being an old game, changes all of its mechanics on a dime, and if anything, became like a beautiful. It became a beautiful masterpiece that even won a Game of the Year award. And I'm not saying like a remake by itself is gonna win a Game of the Year award, but I'm just saying like remade games or like kind of rebooted stories based off of old stories, like keeping the same idea can be great. Like it just needs the proper imagination and the proper story arc to really take it through. And whether it takes through multiple games or maybe even just one, really all comes down to all that. I should have probably talked to Samos before I did anything. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did it drop orbs? Oh, it dropped orbs. Sorry, my people need me. Oh, there we go. Well, I missed. Now I'll get orb. But yeah. That's I think in pure honesty though, because I nerd out when it comes to like good stories, because I think probably one of the best stories, and I'm not saying that it did, but sorry, let me rephrase it in a better way, in a way that I actually want to say it. Good stories, and essentially. It doesn't matter what game or what type of like genre it is. The best stories are ones that are able to draw you in, and I think it's basic knowledge. If you're able to draw anyone in to a story, you have a big advantage of how you can carry it out. Because as long as you make them want more to figure out what's going on, and maybe even like it can be as simple as like maybe doing a side mission that like makes a huge impact on the story, or maybe not a huge impact, but like it can even be a minute impact that lets you know a tiny bit more of what happened in the story. Great example. Let's talk about I'm gonna probably use God of War 4 as a big example, or the newest one at least. God of War, especially with the dragons, when we find out everything about the dragons, like they were originally dwarves, like cursed and stuff like that, transformed into dragons. That's probably one of the best examples you can do, because if you truly, because what they did, they allowed us, or what they did, they kind of played with us, saying that, like I think the first dragon we faced, we killed it, and we get a weapon out of it, but then we realize out of like a couple of them that we saved, they don't hurt us or anything like that. We find out that they were once like conscious, and or maybe they do have a conscious, but we never like, because they can't speak anymore probably in the language because they're dragons now. They're more of just the pets of the Asgardians. And kind of like that in here, like one of the best things I think that they've done great with this game is, well, not only because with this being an old game and this being on the lines of a collectathon, they do it so well around the story, kind of like, again, like a Banjo-Kazooie game. And now personally, I've never played Banjo-Kazooie, but I know it's good because I have friends that told me it is good, and also I've witnessed how good it is just through like a couple of videos that I've seen, and essentially it's kind of the same kind of concept as this, but I know this a lot more better. A lot more better. I hope that's English. I don't do good no English. Yeah, but when it comes down to it though, building a story around like certain concepts is always a good idea. And even if you're not doing a collectathon of a story, you can still do a great story. And also, if anything, this is probably one of the best setups you can have in terms of creating a story. Because what they did was essentially they made it so, if I'm never correct, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get a good. I'm trying to give a good balance of like my whole entire thinking about why this is such a good game, because there's so many things you could say. And now, of course, I've died multiple times, and of course, this game wasn't perfect. This game, okay, yeah, the deaths in this game are kind of ridiculous on my part, and I may suck for a minute, but I do get it done, and that's a little bit of the challenge in this game. And plus, the camera in this game is kind of a little bit of a wonky situation. I'm glad that we're over that era. And what do I mean by that? Okay, I'm pushing to the right, and I'm going left. And when I'm pushing left, I'm going right. And I would love to show you that on camera, and maybe I will when I look over this. Ah! Besides that, I think we get an orb just regardless from killing those things, but back to the main thing though. Yeah. As long as you make a story drawn in, and as long as you don't put too much on the story, you want to make it so that people essentially want to know a little bit more, and it doesn't, and you want to find a good balance in it, or that's what I've witnessed in good stories. Like this story, like example, you could probably talk about like the Lost Precursor City. It was obvious that they were probably testing stuff with the egos, especially with Dark Eco. And how do I know that? Because look how much Dark Eco was in that building, in the facility to be in the first place, and something in the area was making them so conscious to put in traps and secret doors. Or that's my inference on it, at least. Or maybe they were just doing it for a challenge. But in the idea of a story kind of coinciding with the everyday kind of like a mindset of like, what did these precursors? They're obviously an ancient civilization, knew way more than everyone else. They probably had a lot more. They had a lot more influence on their hands compared to every other living being in this world. And now, and I think, if anything, I wonder if they had like the kind of on the ability of. I wonder if. Oh. Besides that, yeah. I wonder if the masters of like egos or whatever have somewhat of an influence to the point that they had like a fraction of what's it called? Oh, sorry. I wonder if they had a fraction of the precursor's power, because then that would make a lot more sense and a reason why they're able to communicate a lot more with energy. For example, the Green Sage, beginning of the story, the very first thing he says, he talked to the plants, but they don't remember nothing. Or like he basically told us how they asked us, they kept asking about the precursors because the precursors vanished long ago. Or the question is, and the biggest question is, why did they vanish so long ago? What caused them to create such a diverse power system within this idea of this society of like the ecos and whatever, the masters, and why did they vanish? Or were they vanished because of something else? And now I know, I may know the answer, and I might go on to it when we get to Jak 2, because I think they go a lot more specific when we get into it. But again, what we know from right now, more specifically, is that currently right now, the precursors have vanished, and the sages are able to have the power over a certain element in nature. And just like that, probably similar to the precursors, and maybe in some strange way, oh, that would have been cool if I survived. And maybe some strange way, the precursors are using the power similar to the masters of like Eco, and they are hiding themselves from maybe everyone else, because it could be possibly the idea that it could be one of those things, kind of like a One Punch Man kind of idea, where in the show, the main character doesn't like to fight too much because of the fact that, or there's a character within the story, I don't remember the guy's name, but I think he's from what has been mentioned, he's almost like on the lines of powerful as Saitama.
Run away! That crystal's gonna blow!
But yeah, And because he's got the power, this guy has a lot of power. He's realized that because he doesn't find any more enjoyment out of battles anymore. And and because of that, he isn't around anymore because he doesn't want people to rely on him so much. He wants people to find their own strength and get stronger on their own, so that he can fight them possibly. Or that's my idea at least. And that's kind of the same thing here. And I wonder if maybe not that they specifically were looking for another enemy to fight, but maybe they had an enemy that scared them. So they had no choice but to go underground, or in this case, probably influence nature to hide them and their items of power. And even such as this, how I can back this up is the biggest example is the silos, as they mentioned earlier, in like that in the room and all that with Samus and all that. They hid. Maybe they were afraid of the Dark Eco power, and the idea that comes to my mind first of all is how was Dark Eco made? Which is because obviously it corrupts everything. It's like the darkness to the other forces of nature, and it also comes in where's the light? Because I think of the yin yang thing, where it's like where is the light? Oh fucking damn it! Oh, sorry for my cursing. But yeah, it's like that. It's where is everything else? And is there Light Eco? And is there a Light Mage yet? Or the Mage of Light Eco, if that even is a thing? Because there's obviously there's obvious mentions of Light Eco already in this game, mentioning from the Oracle saying that there is a darkness around you, probably that being Daxter, assumingly, and because of the fact that he landed in Dark Eco. But that changes. I think that idea can change entirely if it actually happens to be talking about Jak and the possibility that he's gonna fight something really dangerous and he's gonna be on a dangerous journey. So they're saying look for the light. That's gonna be where and how your way of helping or getting out of this. I'm hoping I'm going something. Not something. I hope I'm going somewhere and I'm not going back to the fire cane. I think I'm going back to the fire cane. For God's sake, I'm going back to the fire cane. You gotta go back. Yeah. So I think we had to destroy those Dark Eco crystals. I'm assuming that's what those were. But yeah, that's a part. From what I've said, you can probably guess about what my theory is about what they can do for the fourth game, and probably make it a reboot in some sort of way. And that is, well, maybe and possibly. Maybe the fourth game, because I don't want to spoil it again for you too much, but I think it's safe to say that from the games that come next in the story, it would be interesting to say, because I'm gonna say this now so that maybe it'll be a possibility, and just for that I get this onto the internet as maybe as quick as possible, so that maybe if someone happens to watch this, maybe even an employee from Naughty Dog, and I'm not saying that. Well, if they do take this idea, and I would love that, or maybe even some people have said this before as well, I really don't know, but it'd be cool to see Jak turn into a master of Eco, whether it be, well, I don't know, it doesn't matter what Eco he would possess, because I know that there is a Daxter game where it's just Daxter by himself, I think trying to save Jak. I think that's the story. I really don't know. I've never played that game. I only know, I think it was on the... Well, it was worth it, because I didn't want to... I would have probably lost a life up there regardless. But yeah. Because I think if anyone were to be... Because all these stages would probably die out sooner or later. And what happens after they die? Or do they live on longer? Because we really... Well, only that we know is that I try to assume that they're they're almost as simple as human beings. Because obviously they have intelligence, they have a conscience. It's obvious that they do have power and somewhat influence over the Eco. And that's because that's how we're able to use it. I mean, and not only that, and if there are sages and all that, like, do the sages use the ego to maybe, or maybe they even, and maybe even that, kind of like the idea that of like immortality and maybe like the Holy Grail and all that. Was there some precursors that possibly tried to influence their own lives in such a way, or maybe the world in such a way that caused them something bad to go wrong? Maybe even like the using dark ego, because it is corrupted. It is corrupted. It's a essential corrupted ego, but at the same time, it's probably very powerful and yet very corrupting. And probably, and just like, because if this type of ego were to be harnessed in some way, in what ways could it be harnessed? And probably the precursors were probably on the lines of that. Or maybe even, because we heard from Samos that they weren't able to control it. But what if they were able to control it, and they never told anyone about it because it was probably the dark secret, and probably they were hiding from the people that were able to control it, because it was probably like, because kind of like the infected plants, it'll keep corrupting until it probably consumes everything, and that's kind of like the main plan of these guys here, and even if they're able to control the world in such a way. And what would be the goal of it? And is the ego conscious in that way then? Because we don't know. We really don't know. But I think it would be cool though if in the 4th game Daxter and Jak, more really, not really Daxter, were both to become eco mages. And maybe like a third party, because it's obvious from all we know is that the precursors were something on the lines of gods in this universe. They have created all this with the power of ego. But the real question is that, is there anything else? Because I think in the 2nd game, well, I think I'll let the 2nd game explain itself, but in this game specifically, like, is there another being that created the precursors? It's kind of like the idea of, is there more than just one higher being? And that could probably be said by these group of guys right here. Now, I think I'm gonna try to go, now, back to the game, though. I think I'm gonna try to get back to that little cave. And I'm trying to go back to the cave with that dark crystal, because there's another path that we could have gone down. And I'm very curious of what's down there. I don't know what you... That's the entrance, I believe. Let's go this way. Oh yeah. And if it's strange that I'm a little more talkative today, that's just me. Maybe you don't like my voice, and maybe because I stutter too much, then I am completely sorry. I am sorry. When I try to speak too long, the social distancing has really crippled my ducking. Oh, ducka. I'm sorry. That was really racist. Besides that, though, yeah. That's just my idea on the whole kind of cool, and maybe, if anything, because there's a ton of videos on the backstory of the story already, and what you learn from the first game. There's obviously more you figure out when you get to the 2nd and 3rd. But for now, I'm just going off of what I'm just going into it in depth talk, because honestly, I've never done that before when it comes to this game, because with this game being really old and probably one of my personal favorites, it's really strange for me to say that I've really never gone too deep into the story, but yeah.
Get a crystal to get some light.
Oh. Okay.
Don't let the lights go out.
Well, I'm gonna die regardless if this thing freaking kills me. Oh, come here, you freaking dingus! Oh, it is real dark. Holy crap. And I'm dead. Kill me, please.
I was right behind you, Jak! Really, I was.
Yes, I was. Yes. I need to check how much time. It's been half an hour. Okay. I'm just making sure because I think I'm just gonna make these around an hour, so that well, not only for the people that haven't wanted to view this with it being an hour, but the people that also that haven't during the live stream, so that they know how long it's been. It's time check. You fat motherfucker! I'm going to kill your children. Oh fucking hell! Fuck you! I pressed the circle button. Why didn't it work?
Well, better you than me.
Okay, so I'm not wasting any more time, because I would like to get this entire, like a good portion of this area done within this episode and or video. Notes your boat. I don't trust that one. Oh, I can't see. Oh, I hate you, game. I hate you so bad. And plus, the angles in this game are the one thing that's killing me. Other than that, this game is great. Because, like, some... Down here? Last one? Nope. Apparently not the last one. It makes me really sad because I don't want to find it anymore. Especially in this dark cavern. I guarantee I probably missed one in the other area. But I'll get over there when we get back over there. No! Oh, you game. Oh, the checkpoints. I hate them. I don't want to run all the way there. Fine. I'm just gonna speedrun it. I really don't care anymore. I somersaulted and I killed myself. I deserve it. I'm gonna punch you. You deserve that. I don't care. Mama Spider's a bitch, but you little fuckers are the one that's gonna kill me. Up. And it's strange though too, because in this game they really, I don't think they'll, I don't know who are Jack's parents though too, because it's obvious that, well, I would question who is Daxter's parents as well, because I think with Dark Eco being more corrupting and leading to more, I'm guessing more darker enemies, or like darker, it creates a dark influence. Then why doesn't Daxter have that same probability? He seems like his normal self, except as a furry little rodent. Like, I think that's also one of the biggest things that I have about the idea of this game. And now, I'll say it out there so that you guys are like, yeah, why'd you say you didn't know then? I do know, I think I basically know the reason behind essentially why, or I do know the reason why, if I remember correctly, of why Daxter is this way and not anything else. Oh, I cannot see for days. I hate that. I was like the dark crystals. But for now, though, again, I'm going off the top of my head. The other knowledge that I do know about this game. Uh-oh. Where am I going? Okay, so, oh, it led us right back out. Okay, good. So where's the other Dark Eco Crystal? Okay, I'm okay with that. And plus, it makes sense that all this Dark Eco is underground and all that. And I guess actually, probably one of the things that actually could probably be a thing though too is that the reason why the mages are here, thinking about it now, is that Because looking down and seeing the dark eco below us, maybe they're here to maybe kind of with the elements that they're meant to protect. I'm guessing the fire mage is to protect it with like the forces of like fire in nature and all that. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, let me just. I'm gonna lay down. I'm sorry, I haven't laid down in a while right now. So let's just look over what we need to do. We need to get the 7 scout flies, obviously. Destroy all the crystals. And I feel like there's another one in those. In that crystal cave. And there's like 3 more. So it's obviously like we need to do like another side mission apparently. And because this, I think this is the only other way that I know of. Let's just keep going this way. Let's recheck it one more time, and then I think we'll head back out and see if there's any other paths that I missed, because I think I didn't. Just make sure. Oh, come on, I had it though. Fucking hell. Besides that, though, yeah. Fucking hell. I'm sorry, I like to speed run things. I really don't like to be held down. And plus, I played a little bit of Doom earlier, and running around has become a forte of mine now, because if I didn't, I'd be crying. There we go, jump. Hey. It's obvious this is where, check one more time, it's saved. Okay. And look at these sculptures though too. Like it's kind of like a weird like Atlantis civilization that these precursors were. And it's amazing to like think it's in a way that I think the idea of Atlantis is like not heavily thrown into here, but the idea that like a lost civilization way ahead of everything else, and possibly even like a race that's trying to figure out stuff as well, which is obvious sitting in the lost precursor city, which in my eyes I think it's not really a city. I think it's more of a laboratory for eco. But yeah, welcome another viewer, or welcome viewer, whatever. Let me just I'm getting my phone set up so that there's one more person. Oh no, I can't see. Okay, I see it. But yeah. Really? That's it? I guess that's it. So yeah. We'll wait. So there's nothing else up there. Yeah. My little brother's trying to annoy me right now. That's why I went radio silent. I was wondering if he was gonna say something. I feel like there has to be a Kiko crystal here too. The one up there. Jonathan, close the door. Fine then. I'm sorry, I only asked it because I really don't want anyone disturbing me in the audio. Because then that ruins the genuine experience of me and my benevolent talking. I'm gonna die. Well, I didn't die, but I did fail. I did fail. I did fall. Do you know what? Actually, I don't think that is the exit. I'm probably another path. I'm going down there. I thought that the torches were another exit, but I guess not. But yeah, one of the kind of annoying things about this game is that it's the exploring is part of the adventure about this game, but it can get so long and boring.
I think that was the last dog.
Hey, Kerblam, got the trophy. Oh, there was a rock. Thank God I did not want to die and go back to the start of this area because that would make me cry. Okay, it's obvious that there's something. We're gonna have to probably be chased. Maybe we're gonna get chased by something, and that's gonna lead to the hole. We're definitely gonna come out that hole sometime or later. I don't know. My brother just not really ignored me, but he just distracted me. Are you fucking serious? No, that guy's dead. I don't care. I'm killing that fucker right now. Fuck you. I don't care if I wasted a heart. Fuck you. No one does that. It gets away. Oh! So that's what they're talking about. So this is a precursor robot? I'm assuming that's what it, yeah, a precursor robot. And even with this though too, because it's obvious that they were testing something, and I wonder how, like, because it's obvious that they probably hid it from the world because they probably thought it was too powerful. There has to be a reason to why they hid it, and even in the swamp, they were trying to drag out an arm, which they failed to do because we stopped them. And if they got their hands on it, we knew something was gonna happen. Uh-oh.
I think we're in a spider's nest here. Ouch.
This is not gonna be good. No!
That looks like it hurt. Should I call for backup?
Actually, thinking about it now, I think that eco thing probably is closed because of the fact that there probably is another eco vent near, like another eco kind of system nearby. And I think, because earlier, for some of that didn't see, or some of them that did see, they talked about how there's the gondola. I wonder if we go up to wherever the gondola leads, is gonna probably be where the eco vent is. And I wouldn't be surprised. Because it's obvious that, in the Blue Cities area, we already had blue eco, but we never had, like, a white and yellow eco vent shown. Or even a red eco vent. And probably maybe it's in this area that we'll get the red eco vent, because this is the red stages area. And it would make more sense, even though I think it'd be a lot more useful. Well, red eco, it makes your strength a lot faster, it makes him stronger. Oh, fuck no. So I think if we climb to the top, we're probably gonna get a power cell up for this. I'll do that. There's a scout right there, and that. Oh, that could have been worse. So I'm trying to get everything, so I don't have to come back later for for tiny stuff. Cause I think, I don't know how masochistic they're gonna be with the whole orbs. Cause if I get all the orbs, oh no. Yeah, if I get all masochistic with the orbs, I'm not gonna be too proud. I mean, like, you have to get, like, every orb in the game to get every orb in the game. I mean, you have to get every single, item orb in the game to get every power cell in the game. Like, I hope they are not like that, because that would make me cry. And by the way, I don't know if my notification showed. Hopefully it didn't, because if it did, I'm gonna cry. But if it did, yeah, it'll be fine. But I'll have to quickly take a technical break and turn off the notifications really quick, which will only take a minute because it's just in the settings. Okay. Okay. We got this boy right here. Oh god, I hate it. It's like it's inverted. Guaranteed there's a power. Oh, there's a power cell right there. Dang. Let's see if I can get this guy. Haha, I did. Get wrecked, kid. Get wrecked. There we go. Let's go this way first. Never mind, that's a dead end. Let's go back this way, shall we? Like, it's cool to think that the recursion probably had, and probably that thing right there is probably like an eco storage that power it up. Probably with blue eco, because electricity. Nothing too much to talk about there. But yeah. But that's just my thoughts. And wait a minute. Oh no. Oh no. I am not dealing with that bullshit, senor. In the words of the great Jean Pinette, I say nay nay. For the people that do know that guy, thank you. You're by now you're probably my favorite then, because no offense, he's a good comedian. He's not my most favorite comedian. And God bless him, he has passed. I think he passed in 2011. But either way though, he was a good comedian. He talked a lot about food, and not gonna lie, I'm pretty passionate when it comes to food. And I mean any type of food, you name it. And there's a lot more food I want to try, if anything else. There's a lot more food I have never tried. And some of them I haven't had in a while. And actually think about that now. When this whole pandemic's over, I'm gonna give myself some fucking Chinese food. I'm not gonna lie, Chief. That's the only thing I can think about right now. Because I have my priorities, and my priorities say Chinese food. And the Chinese fortune cookie, that's actually not Chinese. It's just an American thing that we just gave to them, saying that it's a part of their ethnic identity. Oh, we're getting close to, I think. Yep. And plus, and it's weird though too, because with the power cells, is it just like a cell that contains eco, or maybe even by itself, it could contain light eco, which we really don't know is a power source, because we know blue eco probably, just like how like these people's bodies are able to contain it, it's probably not going to be as useful as. I'm sorry, I'm having like PTSD from hearing that beep 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 because it makes me freak out. But I feel like, if anything though, hell, oh, so that's how we probably get up there then. But yeah, like I feel like maybe light eco probably probably isn't the best power source. It's a power source, and the biggest example of why maybe that is because the body, the people in this game are probably not able to contain it as
we need blue eco to charge this platform up.
I hear it. Oh, it's above. Well, my guess is that it isn't able to do as much as Light Eco can. Because it probably is going to be, it is probably the supreme, if, it's going to probably be the supreme eco if we happen to ever see it further in the game. Or maybe, and thinking about it like this, what happens if all the ecos were to be combined as into an ultimate energy source? Will it turn into Dark Eco? Which is not a bad idea, because it can be the corruption of everything coming together in a not correct way, and maybe the correct way changes into something else, kind of like a good example of this is probably like the idea of like think about it like this. For the people that know Pokemon, or even if that Pokemon Go, I know that's really cringy of me to say, but just bear with me for a second. There's one Pokemon in the game that's able to transform into many, depending on how you use it, or maybe in how you name it. That Pokemon is named as Eevee, and just by the way you name it, it can either turn into a dark, it can turn into the Dark Eevee, it can turn into a Psychic, it can turn into a lot of different ones just by the name itself. Meaning, kind of my meaning into that and how it relates to this is that it could probably be something similar to that. So we're just missing the last freaking scout fly. And we already got enough to go into the last level of the game, but again, to make it a little bit more interesting, we're gonna find them all, because I'm gonna take you through that journey. Because if you don't, then, I don't care. You're your own person. But if you do stick with me, thank you, I love you so much. I will just see my dog once in a while. Oh, yes. And yes, I probably will have a video of my dog sooner or later. Because I think you guys would love to see a husky. My husky's name is Kina. She doesn't never listen to me except when I have food and or a treat. So, she is a beautiful dog. And I'll probably make a video with her once in a while. Because I know that I did one with the Secure Time Denied, which, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think it was actually good until I did it. I just did it out of a freaking whim, not gonna lie. I did it. Yes! Give me it. I'm out of here. No more spiders. Yeah, that's right, Dexter. We're out of here. But yeah, with it being no more, I really lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, my dog. Yeah. I'll try to get videos with her. I'll probably do it a little bit more with my editing and all that. I'll probably even do little side videos and all that. Probably do it for the outro, maybe. I don't really know. But I'm gonna try to bring those old type of videos back, because now, even though yes, through quarantine, and I might change, because it's like you stuck. It's only when you come to schoolwork. When you come to school, you're not gonna do shit. You're gonna basically disappear from the face of the earth, like I do usually when it comes to the school year. And I'm sorry. Yes, I have a life I love to live, and usually when it comes to this YouTube career, I would love for it to continue more, but when it comes to other things in my life, currently right now, I have no job, so yeah, I'll probably be on this a little bit more during my summers, but when I get a job, and I want to get probably a PC, that's my biggest plan, is get a PC, and get all like the Adobe stuff so I can edit in the way that I want to, in the way that I imagine. I'll have a lot more, probably, I'm sorry with the way that I structure that little sentence there, that was pretty crappy. My hope is, in the future, is that my content will be a lot more enjoyable to not only watch, but enjoy witnessing. Because again, I want the channel to be more towards gaming, and maybe a little bit of like sketches from here and there, such as it can be something on the lines of me and my dog, which I have no problem with, because I love my dog.
I've reactivated the gondola. It can take you to Snowy Mountain. Use it whenever you want.
Thank you. Now, I think if I remember correctly, there is another area in here that I have not gone into. Other than this, before we go up through the gondola, because that could also be where the tube is though as well, I really don't know. Oh, you motherfucker. Should we do it? It's time. Kill me. Okay, time to go around then. Oh wait. I haven't been down here before. Oh, I got all of them in here. Oh. Hey! Looks like we're after, I think, let me check how much time is past. Okay, it's getting close to around an hour. I'm gonna probably end it after, we'll probably, we'll explore a little bit up there. Okay, finally people to talk to.
Hey, Gordy, I think we got visitors.
Well, they're miners. Hey, they got canaries.
Willard, howdy, strangers. Passing through. Us too. Well, we gotta be moving on. Nothing to see here. I thought you said this was a priceless gem worth... Willard!
Actually, we want power cells, not gems.
We got 4 of them. You want them? What Birdbrain here is trying to say is, we may have a few power cells laying around, and we might be willing to part with them for 90 orbs each.
Where have I heard that before? Hey, how do you two geniuses expect to get that big gem out of here anyway?
Well, smarty pants, we got 12 more years of digging to figure that out. Gordy, wouldn't it take less time if you dug too? Oh, all right already. Here's a power cell for those orbs of yours.
So I think we'll get all. We'll take the most of the orbs from them. I think we'll take all of them at least.
Oh, all right already. Here's a power cell for those orbs of yours. Oh, all right already. Here's a power cell for those orbs of yours. Oh, yeah, I got it this time. Here's a power cell. Yeah, what he said. That's it. You cleaned us out. No more power cells.
Okay, I'm actually really happy that they actually changed it up right there, because it would have been really boring if it was just the same thing over and over again. But yeah. So welcome, second viewer. You can chat as much as you want. You kind of witnessed coming near to the end of the live stream, if anything. I'm not gonna really end it now, but we're gonna be going up to the top of this this place or whatever when we take the gondola that was recently prepared by Kira. Is it down there? Okay, it is. Let's go trade. It's gonna probably be 90 orbs. It's gonna be 120 orbs too as well. So let's get one.
You have obtained another power cell.
So we're missing one more as well, apparently, in this area. Well, it's fine. It'll probably be, if anything, it could probably be from the lava tube that was talked about, because we're ready to go there, if anything, but again, I want to finish out this area fully, because I'm stubborn. So let's head off over here. Okay. So I think let's see how much orbs are up here, because I don't know. And then I'll end the live stream, but I'm gonna quickly edit a thumbnail for it, and for the older ones as well. Okay, that's strange. I thought I went deaf because the music went off. snowy mountain. Holy shit. That is 10. We'll get a few, I think, from up here. I think we'll only really have time. I guarantee there's definitely scout flies. Is there even one around here? Yep. Oh my eyes. But yeah, for my other viewer, if you don't like this series, or if you do love this series that I've created, and I hope, or maybe you're just doing it to chill out and enjoy watching me, and maybe you're just a close friend and all that, or know me from somewhere else. Regardless, though, I thank you for watching, both of you. But also, I mentioned this as well, we're getting close to the end, because I think now that we just did that huge, the dumb spider area, and this area should be a little easier, I believe. Yeah, it's this, and then it's just a snowy mountain area, and then technically, if anything, we can probably go for the more orbs, if anything, and try to see if we can get the last Oracle orb, power cell, and then we're done. We're going into the very last level of the game. So my idea is that it's probably be done maybe in 2 to 3. I'd probably just say 2 live streams would probably be over with. Because, from the looks of it, I'm probably going to get a few from up here. I might get stubborn and maybe try to get for all of them. I might do... I don't know, maybe I'll do a second live... Well, no, I can't do a second live stream. I got a little brother who said he was saying... Holy crap. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little sidetracked. Yeah, I have a little brother that wants to play on the PS4, and if I don't... he's basically gonna be whining about the entire day. The last thing I want is for him to be whining about it like a little baby, so I gotta let him play. You know I could knock him off, but it keeps, I like to think of it as it's like a negotiation thing. It's like he gets a turn, I get a turn, all that. But yeah. So, all that Dark Eco in there then. Ooh. Let's get some more of this, and I think we should break that. Oh, welcome. Okay, that's the eco talking. Really. Talking, by talking I just mean that it's humming. I thought that was a power cell. Damn. Power cell that was just ringing around. Okay. If I jump, will I be fine? Question time. Oh. Oh. Well, yes, I am safe, and actually activate it as a cushion. So welcome, third viewer. Welcome. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. You better give me that. If I'm able to get all those... If I'm able to get all the orbs here, I won't have to worry about being anywhere else. So I think it's just that we have to stop these guys from mining. Maybe we'll get an orb from that. Oh no, did I turn off comments? Oh, no, there we go. Thank you, Melvin. That's really useful. I'll remember to do that in the next video, or the next live stream. But thank you, so that I'll that's just so that I can know where it is. And oh, you little
Maybe
bastard!
Red Eco can defeat this guy.
I know. There's none around though. Oh. But thank you, Melvin. And no.
How do we get inside this fort?
I don't know. That's not my problem. I'm going after that guy. He's done the last straw. That would have scared me if it wasn't behind me. Jump. Okay. There we go. Oh, so it okay. 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 Well, do you know what? Because so that we get that done, I think that'll be the last orb we get. Gotta figure out how to get back. I think that'll be our little last adventure before I end the live stream. I'll do that really quick. Thank you, buddy. Ooh. Look at this dice. Oh, we're right here. Okay. And it's funny too because I thought that was just a crate full of just orbs. So I believe it's over here. Yeah. When it comes to classics like these, this is the stuff that made my childhood. So yeah, I love playing this, and plus the fact that they've rebrought this to PS4 it just makes it better because of the fact that because I don't have my PS4 anymore because my brother broke it, and I still have the original discs and all that, but they're in kind of poor condition. But having to be able to play it on PS4, it's just a great and fantastic opportunity, and I love it. Ah! But yeah. Oh jeez. Oh yeah, it's over there. And yeah, Melvin, I think it's funny because kind of big, other than like this pandemic that's going on right now and I'm being home-ridden right now, one of the best things I love about this is that, because it's been a while since I've played this game and I've mentioned that a lot in my little live stream series, but when it all comes down to it though, yeah, I love playing these games, and because I haven't played this in a while, once in a while I come back to games like this and I replay it out because it can be something like I'll give you even like something like BioShock, Like, I play BioShock from time to time. Like, I'm talking about the first BioShock, and maybe even the entire BioShock series, because of the fact that I go back to old classic games that I love and enjoy, just so I get basically just an enjoyment out of it. So, okay, let's see. It's gonna probably be gonna have to go somewhere above us. It's probably the one. Okay. We're gonna have to go over here. And thank you for telling me that, because I probably would never have done that unless I got all the orbs. But yeah. Yeah. I saw it. Or I think this is the right one. Hold on a minute. Okay. Now if I'm right, I can jump down and... Okay. Oh, I hate that you can't dash. Oh. Oh, it's that double jumping, I'm scared. Oh, I got it! Oh! Thank you. So thank you, dude. Thank you. Oh. Now, the biggest thing is I just have to get up to the snowy mountain now, and I think I'm gonna end the live stream there. Sorry to cut it short, Melvin. I try to stream as often as I can. I've tried to do it more often than not. Like, daily is what I've been trying to do, if anything. But like, I think even yesterday I wasn't able to do, because I was with a buddy of mine for the day, and my brother was playing on the PS4 all day. And that's just so that there's balance in my household and there is no kind of like whining. And the last thing that I want is, even earlier in the stream, I was yelling at my brother to get out of the room because I don't want the audio being bloated out by his annoying. And not gonna lie, that's how he talks, and even my close friends know that. But it's just so that, again, it's just peace in the house. But yeah, to answer your question though fully, I try to do it as daily as I can. I try to do it sometime around 2 and all that. Or with the online schooling that I have to do as well. That's gonna be hitting me again. Starting after spring break, which is, I think it ends today. Today's the last day. So if you do want to expect me to be on and streaming, more likely than not, I'll probably be on by maybe 3:30 or 4 o'clock-ish is probably when I'm gonna be streaming again. That's my estimate, but yeah. Let me just make sure. Okay. But yeah. So Melvin, it was nice talking to you, man. Through chat. I hope you have a wonderful day. Again, I'll probably, as you probably know, it's just this last level, and then we're on to the final level. And then I'll continue. I'm gonna be streaming again Jak 2 and Jak 3. So if you want to watch it, you can come and join me, because I think it's usually this one other person and me. Usually just doing the live streams. So I hope you have a good day, and everyone else viewing, have an awesome day. Hope you enjoy, and God bless, and stay safe.